judging your world, and don't spend one moment in regret or guilt unless it's contributing to the success and betterment of your simulation and yourself. Unless you're going to use that to grow in the future, do not dwell on anything negative in your world. Just let go of it all, reposition your focus, and start visualizing your future in the present moment, and start mastering this ability with your focus and present moment awareness to feel your future dream as a present fact. And this is really what takes you to the next level. And I want to explain this in this video of the process of how this all works. When you start creating a visual scene in your mind and you actually master this ability, you can actually dictate events in your life before they actually happen, because imagination creates reality. And this is not just some tricky play with words or some magical thing that's not true. Your world literally is created from your imagination, and you can master this ability to do this. But you have to start getting away from short content, anything that only attracts your attention for a short amount of time, then flips to something else. Okay? Alcohol, drug abuse, all of these things, drug addiction, all of these things are robbing your attention from being able to create the future that you want. Okay? And because the first part about this, the very first element, is designing your mind to be able to focus on something for long periods of time without your mind drifting the tides of idle moods or things that are happening to you in your world. You have to be able to focus your attention on something for a few minutes at a time. Okay, and this is how you master this while you're being present and feeling it all happen to you in the present moment. And the way the world is designed now, with dopamine and instant gratification and all these different things, with social media, all this stuff that's attracting, like even your phone. You know, you're picking up your phone all the time. You're looking at your phone. You're checking your text, your emails. You're going and checking all the posts. You did this, all this stuff. That stuff is training your mind to jump from one thing to another. Okay, constantly short attention spans. You have to get away from this. You have to stop falling victim to these things, along with overuse of alcohol. Okay, one drink here and there. I mean, I'm sure I don't drink at all. I don't use any drugs whatsoever, because it's a foreign substance to me that alters my states of consciousness. And I don't do that because I like to be in control of what my imagination is doing. You never know if you're creating something that you don't want to experience in your world, because everything is coming from within you. Okay, but I mean, a drink here and there, that may not alter that, but that's a question you have to ask yourself. Okay, but redesigning your mind with focus, present moment awareness, knowing that you're living in a simulation, and then closing your eyes or keeping them open and visualizing yourself, feeling yourself, however you want to feel yourself. You can do this scripting, you can do this with affirmations, but I like to visualize and master that ability, because you're skipping the middleman, going right to the imagination, and you're visualizing yourself in a future event as if it's happening to you now. And this is the self-mastery of creating through the law of assumption and through your imagination, and what actually ultimately creates your reality and what you consent to being true. So in order to design your mind correctly, you must first start realizing the things that you shouldn't be doing. And you shouldn't be doing anything that attracts your attention for a short amount of time and then goes to and it flips to something else. Something someone else is creating in your own world, what you're watching, and then you're flipping to something else constantly. Instant gratification, any sort of pornography, any foreign substance, and that could be it could be something like honey buns or sweets, or something that you really indulge into that actually gives it like an insulin spike that gives you energy at first, but then you're like, then you kind of fade back and fade away. And you're designing yourself to actually require these things in order to be in a good mood. Like anything that makes you, anything in the simulation that you're doing, you're using or taking, that you require to feel a certain way. These things are robbing you of your power, because you can have all of that power within yourself. Everything is contained within you, and you don't want to design yourself to where you need things within the simulation to feel good. You want to be able to feel good without having anything in the simulation to make that happen. Okay, you want to be able to control your moods. You want to control how you feel, not having anything that is affecting that or causing that to happen for you in the simulation, because any of that could be gone at any moment. It could vanish from your view. Like what happened to me when I went to prison. I had all of those vices, okay, where I still wasn't feeling good, because eventually with devices, they don't even make you feel good anymore. Then you're addicted to something that doesn't even make you feel good. It just kind of evens you out. And when you don't have it, you're way down here, and your states of consciousness are even lower than they were if you don't have them. So they lock you in, and they're a trap. Okay, so you need to get away from all of that stuff, okay, and start redesigning your focus, like doing the leaf exercise, start counting $100 bills as you're going to sleep at night, focusing your attention on one thing for long periods of time in your imagination. It could be a picture. It could be a picture of your favorite car, or the physique that you want, or the relationship that you want. You just stare at this, you see the picture of this already being done, and you hold your focus on that for long periods of time in the inner world. And this designs you it designs your mindset to be seeing this picture no matter what's happening in your reality. And this is how you start training your mind. And you do this, you spend a few moments before you go to sleep at night redesigning your mind for this next level. Okay, for this next level. And this is really the secret to creating your ultimate desires. And everyone is doing this, okay, whether they do it unconsciously or consciously. You can ask, anyone that's ever successful or is living, an abundant life that has a lot of material possessions. They are actually visualizing that and imagining that before it happens. But they may not be knowing how they're doing it, but they just design their mind to do it that way, and they're not in full control of what's happening. You can take full control and create the life of your dreams, and know that you are actually creating that through your imagination. The kingdom of heaven is within you, and that's your imagination. It's stated all through the Bible. So I just wanted to make this video to be very clear on what you shouldn't be doing and what you should be doing. Okay? If you're trying to get to that next level, continue what you're doing, but eliminate all those other things about the short form content, any vices that you have, and start redirecting your inner world. Start picturing what you want to see happening to you now, and start feeling those ways in the present moment as much as you possibly can, experiencing and practicing that throughout the day. And then ultimately, feeling all of this practice that you do throughout the day, you need to lead all of that up until you go to sleep at night.